Imagine walking through the door of your childhood home one last time. Every room tells a story and every corner holds a memory. How do you say goodbye to that? You're not just selling a house, you're selling your memories, right? You're trying to honor those memories and you're trying to turn a page in your family's history. So it's important to acknowledge that when you inherit a home from someone passing or you're having to handle the estate sale, that's an emotional process if you grew up in that home. This year, I have had numerous estate sales, meaning someone has passed, whoever is the executor or the child has reached out to me, and I've had to help them through this process. And some of the time, the parent had only lived there for a few years, so there was really no emotional attachment from the person listing the house with the actual home. But there's been a few times where, yeah, there were a lot of memories tied up in that house. And it's a very emotional experience when you're trying to clean out a house, get it ready to sell, and it seems like every room you go into, you find something that just brings back a flood of memories. You're kind of just stuck in your tracks for a moment. A lot of times people think that cleaning out the house is going to be, oh, yeah, we'll have this done in a couple of weeks. And then they get into that process, and it takes a lot longer than people realize sometimes because of the emotional roller coaster of trying to go through the home. So, one of the things that I tell my sellers is we work on your timeline. I'll check with you in a couple of weeks, see where things are at. I'm not going to pressure you. I'm not going to be texting you or calling you every 2 days. Hey, are we ready yet? Are we ready yet? Like, I get it's going to be a process. So, I'm not going to hound you to death trying to get the house ready to sell. I'm going to be there with you as you're trying to get through this process. I can offer recommendations to you. We do have a local auction company here in town so that if you have a lot of furniture or just stuff that nobody really wants and you don't want to have to handle cleaning all that stuff out, moving it out, you don't want to have people off Facebook coming into the house because you don't know what they're going to take. The auction company can step in, they can do an estate sale online. And to me, I think it's the greatest thing ever because they're going to come in, they're going to catalog it, they're going to take the photos, they're going to put it on their website, and it'll run for a couple of weeks. At the end of that 2 weeks, people come and unload all this stuff out of the house. You've not had to lift a finger. And then you have your house cleaned out of the big stuff, right? So then we look at the next step of we've got to get the house deep cleaned. I can recommend carpet cleaners to you. I can recommend people who can come in and clean the house, who can do some light repairs, like if you find that you have a plumbing leak or some electrical outlets are not working properly. I've got handymen that can come out and help you with some of these things. Because a lot of times the person who's handling this sale is not local. They have moved away. I'm happy to make recommendations to people of those professionals who can come in and help you get the home ready to go on the market. The other thing is that every house has a story to tell. One of the homes that I recently sold that was part of an estate sale, my advertising verbiage took the narrative that it was the house that was talking. And so it was a little different approach. Basically, it was I'm ready for a new chapter in my life. I've had so many treasured moments inside these walls. I had a family that showed love to each other, so on and so forth. But now it's time for a new family to come in and bring me back to life. And it was just a little different approach, but it was very effective. We did get multiple offers on that house, and we ended up selling it to a cash buyer for full list price. So that's something I'm going to talk to you about is let's tell the story of this house. Let's talk about the memories that are made here, help another family find their cherished home. That's part of my marketing strategy on these types of homes. We're going to go above and beyond just describing the house because we want to create that family friendly home environment to get a buyer for you. So once the offers start coming in, then I'm going to be there. I'm going to help you navigate through those. If a home is priced right, it is going to sell quickly. And that becomes a bittersweet moment for these sellers a lot of times because it's like, I just didn't think it was going to sell that quick. They always want to come back through and take that final walk through. I've seen people break down in tears doing it. And it breaks my heart because I know that my parents are aging and one day that's going to be me. So I totally sympathize with these people and the situation they're in. Again, I'm not going to be that high pressure person. I did my job, I got it sold. Give me a pat on the back. That's not the time nor the place for those types of things. If you're looking for an agent to help you through this process who has done it numerous times and who is going to understand the emotional journey that selling that home is for you, please send me a DM. I would love to help you get through that process.